In case you don't know how to read, or you just didn't think about it, my name is Andrea, and I'm from Croatia. I think I'm 15. This is gonna be a short little Q&A about my life after moving to Sweden. Because everyone keeps being interested about it. I cut my hair, I hope you can notice, but look at this. Look at them curls, man, look at them curls. I mean, yeah. Let's get started. The thing that most people ask me about that are my age is like, what are the schools like? What are the grades like? Is it hard? Now let me tell you, yes and no. When you're a student in Croatia, you're supposed to, learn the facts and just learn the definitions and then write them down on the test with the most professors. Fortunately enough, I think all of my professors in Croatia were extremely good at what they did. We're supposed to know the facts, but we would also have to make an explanation why and compare it to an everyday situation or compare the consequences and to know what we're talking about, not only the facts. In Sweden, everyone is like that. When we're speaking about the grades here are a lot harder to get. The grades here are from A to F. A is being the best one and F is being you don't pass. While in Croatia you had grades from 1 to 5, 1 being the worst and 5 being the best. So A here equals a 5 in Croatia. So I used to have really good grades. In Croatia I had all 5s or all A's if you wish. Here it's a lot harder to get an A. You have to be a lot more thorough? I don't know. Look, I just moved to Sweden. I'm supposed to know Swedish, not English. Also, the language is kind of a problem. There's a class for, I guess, immigrant people, who don't know Swedish, and I was supposed to be there, but luckily enough, I somehow learned Swedish in 3 months before, and when I came here I knew a lot of Swedish and everyone was so impressed. They were like, oh, she's going to a Swedish class, she doesn't need extra. Yeah. And another thing was, how are you feeling in Sweden? What are the cultural differences? I think the difference here, the biggest difference here is how many ethnicities and nations there are here. It's super interesting to see so many different people on the streets, It's really different, and I like that because it gives a sense of a worldwide place. I like the variety of people here. I think that's a good sentence. I like the variety here because in Croatia there aren't as many different ethnicities than white. Of course there are minorities, but there's a lot bigger percentage of minorities here. I myself am a minority, but I got 2 people asking how does it feel to be away from your home country? It doesn't feel that different. The only thing that's really problematic is how much I miss my friends in Croatia. But then I realized, hey, I can always go back to Croatia for the summer and see them, and it's not that big of a deal. Food here is pretty good. It tastes decent. If you talk about people as how they are personality-wise, I can't really say they're all the same. For some reason, people often like to say that Swedish people are cold and introverted and shy and really weird in sorts of ways, which as a Balkan kid I was kind of scared because I like to talk a lot. I think you can notice that by the fact that I have a YouTube channel where I just talk. The people I met here, they're really kind of sweet, all of them. Okay, with a few exceptions, but people in my class, they all tried their best to help me the first 2 weeks, and I am forever thankful for that. Jag vet inte vad jag skulle göra utan er. Tack. I know they understand English, but I just kind of wanted to show off, I'm sorry. Swedish people are not cold. They're definitely not as cold and introverted as the media portrays them. But they do kind of like to be on the side until they get to know you. But I think that's the same with, you're not gonna run into a stranger's arms, okay? You're not gonna do it in Croatia, you're not gonna do it in the USA, you're not gonna do it here. You can't judge a whole group of people based on just one. because people are so different and that's just not fair. I'm glad I got to talk about Sweden in general and the difference. I'm glad that you people asked, because it means that you it doesn't mean you care, but it means you're interested. Basically, I somehow got a shout out by one of my favorite YouTubers, whose name is Dookie420, and I'm really thankful for the fact that you saw my comment, because you just gave me a chance to grow my audience, and I really appreciate that. So thank you. All my former subscribers who was still here before I got famous, thank you so much for sticking with me, because now we are like 340. There's like 340 of us here on this channel, and it's crazy because it means that it doesn't seem that much, because you know PewDiePie has like 62 million or what, but when you think about it, can you put 340 people in a room? That's a lot of people, and it's just crazy that people want to watch. I thought I just stuck at like 100 of people who know me, so they kind of felt bad for me, so they were like, oh, okay, we're gonna subscribe. But it's not the case, and I'm so happy for that, and thank you so much, because you're the one who made it happen. All of you, all 340 of you, and it means a lot. I'm done with ranting. I'm out of coffee and I'm out of words to say. Expect some interesting content in the future. And I shall see you very soon, my lovelies. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.